Okay, guys, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Live from Sword Coast podcast. My name is Kevin Madison, and I will be your friendly dungeon user this evening. Tonight, we are continuing on with our ongoing campaign playing Pathfinder 2nd Edition playtest using Greg Gillespie's very awesome Barrowmaze complete campaign. James, I'm going to need you to mute your thing again, bud. Sorry, just I'm picking up a lot of your background noise. With me tonight are the regular stars of the Wednesday night sessions, and I will go through the intro or the order with which you logged in as best as I can remember it. So first up is Jeffrey. Tell us who you are, who you're playing.
Hey everybody, I'm Jeff, and I'm playing Badonk, the acrobat monk goblin.
Nice. Next up is, actually I can't remember. Next up, I believe, is Dave.
Sure. My name's Dave, and I'll be playing Skurg, the resident half-orc alchemist.
Excellent. And next up is James.
Hi, I'm James. I'm playing Vac Silver Scroll, a scholar abjure wizard.
Nice. And last but not least is Ultra Dave.
New guy Dave. David J. Forte on Twitter and Instagram, and I'm playing Wes Littlefoot. He's a halfling ranger with a bird named Wingtip.
Yes. So, our scene opens, guys, with a lot of you. Hey, there's somebody. Who's that wiener? Oh, you're muted.
My oldest.
Oh, okay. Is that Elizabeth?
Yep.
Holy smokes, has she grown?
Yeah,
We gotta stop feeding them. I mean, they're just gonna
stop feeding them.
It only encourages them to grow. Okay, let's actually. I'll double check and make sure we're actually streaming here. So bear with me one moment here.
You know, James, if you cut their food with sawdust, it really actually cuts down on the growth. Just saying.
Is that not called the McDonald's diet?
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, so we've been there. We are streaming, so that's great. So this is, for those listening at home, this is session 11 of this campaign. So that's pretty exciting. We're well into the double digits now. Now, our scene will open, guys, with our four heroes striding out of the Brazen Strumpet early in the morning, having made their plans to set forth for the day's adventures. So very quickly, guys, just give us a quick description of what your character looks like as you're walking through the morning mists. And we'll go, I'll just go the order I've got you on my screen here. Jeffrey, you're up first.
Badonk is a classic goblin, little green guy, sharp teeth, sharp claws, and he's adorned in a bunch of wooden jewelry and maybe a few nicer pieces now.
Nice. Next up is Vax.
Vax is a young man in his 20s. He's clean shaven, but he's messy hair like bedhead. He wears robes of blue and white. Blue eyes. Young guy.
Okay. Next is Skurg.
Skurg's your prototypical half-orc, quite broad in the shoulder. If you didn't know any better, you would think that he's more of a brawler than he is kind of the scientist that he is. Certainly more orc to him than human. I think really what he got from his human side is comes in intelligence and personality.
Nice. And I see we got another player joining us here. Brent, can you hear us? Does not. Well, Brent, you're muted in the Roll20 call, or in the Hangouts call. Can you hear us now?
Yeah, can you hear me?
We can. Yep.
Okay.
So then next is Wes Littlefoot.
Wes is foot tall. He's a little halfling. Wears a hat and carries a bow. Doesn't have the finery that you might see in their photo. He's decked out in some leather right now, more on the utility side than on the luxury side.
Mm-hmm. And then striding out of the Brazen Strumpet a little late is Sir Albus Mobius as well, or Modius. Brent, you want to give us a quick description of what he looks like?
Sure. burly human wearing thick armor, carrying a shield and a sword, sort of your stereotypical knight.
Mm-hmm. But without a squire.
Without a squire. He still has the bearings of a noble, but doesn't have a squire.
Mm-hmm.
How about an invisible squire?
Yeah. So what we'll say is, as you guys are going out, what the topic of conversation is what you guys plan on doing in the coming days. And Sir Albus is saying, well, no, like if we want to sell any of this and stop paying, for the storage fees to HHR Huff and Puff, we need to go to Ironguard Mont. To which Skurgus said, no, but treasure is out there. And he points in the direction of the south towards the Barrowmoor and is insistent on making the run out. And Sir Albus says, well, I said I was going to go along with your plan. You guys did help me in the Barrowmound. So that, I believe, is where you guys are going today. Is that correct?
Sounds good. And then Sir Albus would like to set off afterwards.
Oh, and I should say for those listening at home, I am not being a bullshit railroading DM. This is consistent with our pre-game. We have set up a Google Plus community in it to sort of like do planning and whatnot between sessions. So this is what the group has come up with as the plan for today. So, well, I should say that's what most of the plan said. Badonk just felt like doing that today. So, all right. So, what are you guys? I sent you the link or the name of the hirelings that were available. Did any of those strike your fancy?
There's also the question of our existing hirelings. I wasn't able to get into the Google Plus conversation afterwards. I don't know if anything came of that.
Oh, there's quite a bit that came from that. Yes. You guys want to share? So this is Barwood. We're going to assume that Barwood and Greg are still inside the Brazen Strumpet, or maybe this conversation happened the night before. Oh, James, I need you to mute again, bud. Sorry. Sorry, guys. What was the people who I understood were involved in the conversation is everyone who's present. So you guys were out the night before talking about Barwood and Greg, who were the two hirelings that you brought to the Guardian Barrow with you, and who helped actually. I mean, Barwood certainly helped save Sir Albus's life from the quicksand. So do you guys want to share, just kind of summarize what Skurg and Vax's positions were? I think those are the two who are the most outspoken as to like what they should be doing in response to this note. Maybe actually, sorry, before you do, James, Brent, why don't you tell us all what the note said?
All right, so I got a note, and it was slipped anonymously to Sir Albus, and it said that my two two hirelings. And I don't have Google Plus open, so I'm going to get them.
Barwood and Greg?
No, the name of the organization. Hold on.
Shadow Hands.
The Shadow Hands. That they were members of the Shadow Hands, and it was a warning. Sir Albus knows that the Shadow Hands are a thieves guild, but as a paladin and a noble, that's not his world. He knows nothing about it. He thinks it's probably a bad idea to, have a couple thieves while we're going out, because they might steal what we rightly stole from someone else's grave. But I wanted to see what everyone else had to say. Some people who might know more or have a better understanding of the organization. So what was the outcome?
Skurg is vehemently against.
In favor of being against. Why would we take a bunch of known thieves to places that are going to see all the stuff that we're getting, and then they can go and tell their friends or whatever? Like, that's the silliest thing in the world.
Right.
Vax, what was your position on it?
Well, at first, my position is that they've come with us on a couple of expeditions already. They've helped us out a lot. I see no reason to distrust them on the merit of a scratched note signed anonymously. Like, we don't even know who gave it to you. We don't know what their intentions are. They could be framing and setting these guys up. You guys are willing to cut loose two guys that have risked their lives for us already on the merit of some scratch note saying these guys work for the Shadow Hand. I don't even know who the Shadow Hand is, but from it sounds of Skurg that they're not a nice group.
Has
Vax,
anyone noticed
what's
anything being
Sorry,
stolen?
Brent. Just one sec, Brent. Vax, what is your society bonus?
Pretty high. Society 7.
7. So before you, I think you're being summoned. Before you respond, I'll let you know that while your character doesn't necessarily know about the Shadow Hands, you're from a much bigger city to the east. You know what thieves guilds are up to. I'll let you go deal with whatever's that's a face that says you got to deal with something.
You need to see what he's done.
What has he done?
If you can't see him, he's standing inside the kitchen set that he has.
Well done, boy. Well done, Charles.
I'll be right back.
Don't tell me how to play the game. That is a kid who's embracing the OSR spirit and making a do-it-yourself toy.
What about Badonk? I think Badonk should weigh in on this.
Yeah.
Badonk is quiet on this.
What do you think, Badonk?
Well, Badonk thinks that we should take them out to the barrows where they will disappear.
Well, that's pretty harsh for some people who did help us out of the quicksand too, right?
Well,
We could always just not hire them again. That's an option too, right?
right, but now they're going to take all our secrets back to their guild.
Well, they'll also realize that if we don't hire them and we hire others, either we have to take them with us or we take no one else. Otherwise, they'll know something's up. Thank you for your great help in helping save our lives. But we're going to ditch you into town and take other people out now. Like,
Well, let's be honest about this, guys. They kind of helped pull you out of the quicksand, but so did the rest of us. And when we were inside the barrow fighting the Shadow King or whoever he was, they were kind of standing around outside doing nothing. So, yeah, they were kind of helpful, but really they just kept Sir Albus from drowning. And a rope could have done that.
Wasn't he in the hallway with you?
He was.
They weren't in the hallway with us.
They were not. They were at the top of the stairs.
Ronan and the dwarf druid and I were standing around in the hallway facing countless hordes of undead.
He trembles a little when he says that.
well, should we? The other option we confront them with it and said, "Hey, we know you're part of this organization. What are your intentions?"
We don't know.
I mean, that
On
might
that,
just,
on
that we
that,
might
I will
just
agree
find
with
out what their
Vax.
intentions are as they, try and kill us while we sleep or something.
At the very least, we need to confront them about it.
That sounds like a very open way of dealing with things.
I don't know if that's maybe. I don't know if is that really. I don't. That's a possibility. Is that the best possibility?
Well, what do you want to do? Are you just going to cut them loose with no explanation? They're going to wonder what's going on.
Yeah, we owe them nothing. We owe them
They're
absolutely
hirelings.
Besides,
They're hirelings. We hire new people every time.
yeah,
Or we don't hire them and
We
they
hire
deal
new
with
people
us.
every time because the other people, they're dead. These guys, they've actually managed to, live.
Yeah, they are
Well, maybe
the
if-
only people who have offered to come with us twice.
Well, maybe if we don't bring them back, they'll want to duel with Sir Albus and he can deal with the problem.
I can tell you guys mechanically, because they have gone on an expedition with you, they have gained experience points, and they're getting closer to having an actual class level, as is Bretta for that matter.
Skurg is happy taking Bretta back out.
She is unfortunately off with Roan doing rituals.
Why air quotes?
Well, actually, technically the air quotes are because it's a complete fraud on Roan's part. He's been lying about that the whole time.
Ugh.
So
So yeah, Skurg will insist on Roka coming with them then, mostly out of spite.
Yep.
Yeah, I was thinking having Roka come along because we could do without another guy with a dog.
Hey, don't you be looking at Roka.
So I don't think we've got any closer to solving this. Should we just bring them with and keep an eye out on them?
Okay, so Skurg is going to make this eminently clear. If they go, he does not.
Okay.
That
I guess that's pretty clear then, or, you know.
Skurg, I'm with you.
Skurg, then I guess you're going to want to be the one cutting the loose? Or explaining to them why they're not coming?
That's not how that works. Skurg never hired them in the first place.
I'll do it.
Yeah, it's actually Sir Albus who hired them, I think.
Yep.
I can tell them. On behalf
I
of
guess
Sir
no,
Elvis.
it's Sir Albus hired them, so it would be on him to tell them that they are unable to join us.
We will be pursuing other endeavors without you. Quick, hands up. Who's going to the Barrowmoor? Not so fast, guys.
Oh,
There's got to be a better way of doing it than that.
Well, I mean, if you really want Skurg to do it, he'll do it.
I'll do it.
Well, I kind
Tell
of
them-
they did pull me out of the quick stand.
So did a rope. You don't see us having a big conversation about whether or not to bring a rope along.
Although, to be fair, Wes, I think the rope is a given that we're taking it along.
Far more useful and less likely to stab us in the back while we sleep.
Chat has suggested that you adopt a breakup. It's not you, it's me.
I like that idea.
Yeah. I can. I'll approach them and.
Okay, what do you say?
You
Well-
get teary.
Well, do they? Okay, so we've come in. We're like, hey, we're hiring.
Brent, you've got a ready-made excuse here.
I want you guys to come. These guys, no. So I'm sorry.
That's another one too. I was
Yeah,
thinking, I was thinking religions. Unless you're willing to convert to our Cantrell, I really can't keep seeing you.
Oh yeah, that could work too.
I'm sorry. I would blame Skurg and Wes.
Yeah, that works too.
So what are you gonna do?
I'll be very apologetic about it, but I'll approach them, and
What do you say?
Variety is the spice of life, and we're trying on a new taste.
Yeah, it's time for new spices.
the group is heading back into the Barrows, but why your company and aid was greatly appreciated. It has been a group decision that we are going to go back without you guys. I really do appreciate the aid you provided
Says
me.
Barrowmoor. Greg says, "Wait, what? You going back without us? You just got a giant load with us. Well, you good luck, Chomps."
I do. I know, and I do appreciate that, and I appreciate your aid in pulling me out of that quicksand.
This is how you show appreciation. We save your life. We keep you back safe in the crypt. We get you back out to the barrow and back. This is how you think. He looks up at Barwood. This is how he thinks this. And Barwood says, "Oh,
I'm terribly sorry.
you ain't sorry. Your face don't say sorry. Your words don't say sorry."
Perhaps in the future you can join us again.
Give me a diplomacy check, please, Brent. Let's see how it's going
All
over.
right, let me pull up my character. What is my diplomacy here?
Just FYI, Vax, the further we get into this campaign, the more every decision bites you in the ass. That's the whole... Dave stumbled on that today. It's like, wait, so every way is a bad way?
Okay.
Oh.
That's right. Let me just pull up the ruler.
Oh, you're looking at your character sheet there, Brent? I can tell you what it is.
+5, I think. So D20 +5.
Yep.
There we go.
Okay. So he, Grig's eyes kind of narrow. And he's kind of locking eyes with you.
Albus does
Sitting-
kind of, he knows he's deceiving, but he does really feel bad for like deceiving them, and they did kind of help. So I do feel bad, like honestly bad. That's
a good point. Okay, what's let me see here. Your deception bonus is a +3. So let's see how well you lie. Okay. So he studies your face. All right. You got to make your decisions for yourself. But I think you'd agree that severance is in order, isn't it? I mean, we've been sitting around waiting for your plan for tomorrow, and now we got nothing planned for tomorrow. We're out a day. Someone's got to eat. You think this slug will live on good wishes alone? And Barwood's gonna whoa.
fair enough.
After last time's call, come on.
Is
You're
Skurg
nice. Show some honor
there with Albus?
I don't think Albus would have let you come.
No, I would have. The way you were talking, I would have preferred you didn't come.
So Skurg's probably elsewhere in. You're at a table with the two of them, and Skurg's elsewhere in the Brazen Strumpet. We'll say.
Okay, so
hello, Wiener.
Apparently, according to this, a square meal is 3 copper pieces, and a full keg of ale is 2 silver pieces.
You think after what we helped you bring back, that some measly meal's gonna? You think we're stupid? What he thinks we're stupid.
Didn't we pay them like their cut too already?
No, I mean, well, technically, you don't pay them a cut. They're hirelings, so they get their pay per
But we
day.
gave them we did pay them like what we promised, right?
Yeah, you paid them the 10 silver pieces that you said you were going to pay them, but he's wanting more. I'm owed severance. We risked our lives going down there. We got nothing planned for tomorrow now. We can't go anywhere. Caravan's left for the day.
What was their daily rate?
Not your daily rate. I know what you brought out of there.
Kev, how much did we pay them before?
10 silver.
10 silver each a day?
Each, that's right. Come on, Mr. Knight. You a man of honor?
Give him 100.
Give them what?
100.
100 silver.
Why not?
10
gold?
Because
that's 10 gold. That's a lot. That's more than we'd pay like a bunch. I'll give them 10 silver.
I didn't realize that you are actually a knight of the god of bookkeeping. Huh?
I will compensate you for an extra day. That's not bad compensation for not having to do any work.
Very nice of you. That's so nice of you. Well, thank you. Wow, he's going to pay us for all one day. How nice. Should have left you to drown. Pay the man. And he gestures towards Barwood.
Okay. So I'll give Barwood a total of 20 silver.
Okay. He takes it, and Barwood kind of goes to count it. And he says, yeah, that's right. You count it, big man. You can go. And you're buying a round. We'll be seeing you, sir. And you walk off to join everyone.
Well, that was unpleasant.
Breakups rarely are pleasant. So, okay. So now we're the next morning. It's still Albus stinging from the evening before. You guys are head out, and you can see across the town square. There's still the mists of morning that are dissipating. You pass on the outskirts, or just as you're leaving the Brazen Strumpet on the right side, there is Alistair and Mr. Paggins still, the big dog and the smelly homeless guy. Both of them are sound asleep. And you can hear Mr. Paggins do that kind of like that snorty dog snore. And as you walk out west...
I'll give him. I would have saved a piece of my breakfast for Mr. Paggins on the way out, so I'll pass that to him. And
okay, one eye goes open, and he kind of and eats it, and then the eye goes back closed again.
How much did you give him?
Oh, the dog or the people?
The people.
They got a total of 10 silver each. I paid them for an extra day each.
Okay. Now you guys are paying for HHR Huff and Puff to store your stuff again, right?
Yeah. Well, actually, why can't we just get some of the people like Ronan who's staying here to look after it?
No, can't.
We'll
you don't know where they are.
But then it's
Not
heavy.
much.
That it's just.
What are we carrying? Everybody, didn't we give everything out?
No, so everyone has their stuff. Well, the only thing is the shield that Argus has, and he's not here tonight. There's the chain, the +1 chainmail that Sir Albus has right now. But I mean, that's going to I think that's going to overload you, isn't it, Brent? If you're carrying that.
I don't particularly want to carry a set of chainmail and that extra shield around.
Yeah, and there's the extra shield as well. Too, the Spellguard shield is an extra. So, the Ballo can't keep it, or at least can't promise to keep it safe. You could leave it in your room, but you know he doesn't take any responsibility for whatever happens to it. HHR Huff and Puff is really the only option you have in terms of a secure place.
What about that iron something tower place? Who's there?
That is where what's his name? Mazamar the Magnificent, the local mage. Mazius, I think is his name. You know what? Apart from the first night, Mazza the Magnificent. Apart from the first night that Badonk got here, none of you guys have actually seen this guy yet. You've heard about him, but you haven't seen him.
And you said he's the local mage?
Yeah, he lives at number 10, that big tower with the weird metal tube that sticks out of it. That's where Mazza the Magnificent lives.
Okay, well, I'm not a big fan of, giving it to someone who's basically a stranger and go, hey, watch her stuff. Don't disenchant and sell it.
Are you saying you don't trust someone with the name or the appellation The Magnificent?
Especially if you
I would just, not that I don't trust him. I think trust requires a bit more than appellation.
Sure. So, unless you guys tell me otherwise, I'm going to assume that it's stored with HHR Huff and Puff.
Yeah, all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys step out. You've got your stuff together to set out for the day. Was your plan to go and try and hire other people?
Yep.
Okay. So as you're making your way across the yard, you can see that standing outside of Osen's mercenary guild is Barwood and Greg.
I'm not going to go in. I'm going to stay outside.
Sir Albus does that horrible pinwheeling on the ball of his foot thing where he's like, I'm stepping over here.
I'm not going to run away, but I'm not going to,
Sounds like that's what you're doing.
Yeah. They'll see you when you see them, Brent. So then you've stopped and turned away?
No. I'll stand out, but I'll stand outside. If I'm standing out with them in awkward silence, I just don't want to go in and hire someone because I would feel bad going into hiring people and then coming out with other people that wasn't them and doing it in front of them. So I'm just not going to be part of that process.
Okay. So is it Badonks, Vax, Skurg, and Wes who are going into Osen's then?
Sure.
Yep.
So as you guys are walking up, Greg says, "Oh, good morning, sir. Good morning. Looking for help, are you? Think you might have some trouble." No. And as you guys are walking her in, he says, "Oh, hi, Skurg, Vax, Badonk. Careful. These guys kill more people than they save. Oh, hi there, little Wes. Didn't see you down there. Yeah, good luck with it. Good luck, boys." And as the door opens up and you guys walk in, he's still chirping away as you're walking in. That's right. Now, as you guys walk in, you remember that Osen's has that long, that long first room that's kind of a rectangle with those benches off to the right. And then there's that little nook where you always see Osen. And as a reminder, Osen in our campaign or in the movie version of our campaign, is played by old Bruce Willis.
Nice.
So he looks up and sees you guys.
Can you say yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker, from now and again?
He just does that eye thing, the eyebrow.
Oh, okay.
So the four of you guys walk in, his eyebrow goes up. He says, "You see what you've caused?"
Yeah, we owed them nothing. Who do you have for us today, Ethan?
You gonna pay triple time?
What do you mean? Would we? What do you mean?
Seems that you might have got up a little earlier next time. You look over, and the two people who are waiting there, there is, let's see here, three humans, and then once again a dog. There is a kind of ratty-looking kid who's in his maybe early 20s, armed with a club, shield, and chainmail, with a war dog named Snossages. He looks kind of like Wes. This is sort of your insight in here from your warrior background. He's got kind of a wide-eyed look. He's a big kid, but he is a kid, and his equipment looks pretty new. There's a warrior woman armed with a spear, named Roka. She looks like not necessarily the same tribe as what Bretta is from, but she's very much cut from that northern wild warrior woman cloth. And the last one is this, maybe 46-year-old, 47-year-old guy, thinning hair, who's tall, really lean, and he's got kind of a 1,000-yard stare. His eyes have that real glassy quality to it. And you think that you've seen a look like that before on Alistair's face. Now, what he says is what do you call it? What he says, Osen says to you guys is, they might have spoken to Greg before you got here.
Oh, okay. So Greg's causing problems because he's not being taken along.
Not really my business, though it is my business.
It is your business, unfortunately.
So what are you guys going to do?
Let's just... No, I'm not in there, so never mind.
I think we should go outside and have a word with Greg.
Well, you know what? Having a word with him right now is not going to make any of this situation better. He's not going to change his mind. Let's just pay these guys and get out of here.
Or just not pay anyone.
Or just not pay anyone.
Let's just take Greg out to the barrow, have him dig for us all day, and have him dig his own grave at the end of the day.
But did you actually say that?
You overhear that conversation.
You're not here.
Strenuously.
Paladin is outside.
You guys can hear that outside. Greg is constantly harassing Sir Albus. It's a nonstop stream of that. That's that voice, and then Barwood every now and then kind of.
Didn't Sir Albus say that he already paid him for today?
Yeah.
So rather than pay people triple, we could just utilize the people perhaps that we've already paid.
Then we're right back to where we started from.
Looks like now they're going to be looking to put daggers in our back. No, thank you. We've already gone too
Change
far down
anything?
this path.
Is that going to change anything? You don't think they're already thinking about that?
I don't think they were until now.
Those type of people, they're just waiting for an opportunity.
Those type of people. What do you mean, humans?
City folk.
Give Badonka a thumbs up to his suggestion that we lose them out in the Barrowmoor.
Look, all you guys got to do is make sure some, nasty mosquitoes or life-sucking leeches or
Exploding
undead
frogs.
skeletons wander up.
No. Skurg, Badonk, you guys couldn't go out into the Barrowmoors with them before. I can't go out with them now if this is the plan you guys are thinking of doing.
I agree.
If this
I'm not
is
a murderer.
if you want to do this, I'm not going. You guys are
Same.
on your own.
I'm a no murder kind of guy.
Only if they're bad guys. And what do you consider these guys?
Well,
Not
right now
bad
they're
now.
just
They haven't
seedy.
shown us. They have not shown us anything thus far to warrant that extreme end.
Yeah, but that's
We
the
could go
big
outside.
dicks.
So we go out and slap them around a little bit.
You're a dick. I don't go around and try planting to kill you.
I say we deal with this problem head on. Go and have a conversation with them.
You guys go ahead and have a conversation with them and see how it goes for you. Badonk will be waiting with his shovel by the edge of town to head out.
I will come with you.
So Vax and Badonk head outside. You pass Grig still screaming stuff at Sir Albus, who's pretending he doesn't hear it.
Hey, Skurg.
I will be
while we're
stoic.
in here, this Roka looks pretty solid. If we were going to hire anybody, just saying.
Yeah, I'm.
Skurg, there's something about sorry, what's her name again? Roka, that really does you like the cut of her jib.
Skurg turns to Wes and says, "What was that, Wes? You want me to hit on her? Well, all right."
I said I think you should find a way of talking her down from whatever rate she's asking for.
Yeah. No, I'll absolutely. I'll try to. Thanks for your vote of confidence, little man. And he'll give Wes a high five.
Okay, boom. What do you do, Skurg?
Skurg will walk over and he will try to get Roka to come with them. But more than that, he'll try to get her into bed with him.
Like right now?
Well, I mean, like an
You're
IO.
laying the foundation.
Yeah.
Okay. So, just as a reminder, if you're hiring a henchman who has no levels, they're going to automatically go along with you as long as you pay the price. It's just that you make a diplomacy check to determine their loyalty.
Okay.
So I'm going to roll here. And let's see how you do. Your diplomacy bonus is what?
Por favor. Diplomacy is a
Plus one. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, let's see how you do. Okay. So the rate for her will be, of course, the standard today and 1 extra day. And multiplied by 2, that's by 3 because of the rates, 30 silver pieces.
Skurg will try to talk her down.
What do you say?
Look, you know what? We understand what it is that you're asking, but we're the most successful treasure hunters to date. I mean, you'll come back with the glory. You got to spend time with me. What more could you possibly want?
30. Yes.
What was that, Kev?
30, she says.
There's treasure out there that you could pocket that if nobody sees, no one's the wiser. Might be worth more than 30 for you.
She leans forward. She's not quite as tall as you because you're half orc, so you're a lot taller. She leans in, her eyes narrow, and she says, "Are you calling me a thief?"
No, you look like a woman that knows an opportunity when she sees one.
Go with there's treasure in your pants. That should do it.
That should be self-evident.
So you're saying I look like a woman who's a thief?
I believe what he meant to say was there's lots of opportunities, and perhaps we could reward you additionally, perhaps 20, and if we are successful, then an additional 10.
She looks at the half-orc. He says you come back with riches each time. You're saying if you're successful, and he's saying to steal behind your back? 30.
30, and you agree to go out with me when we get back?
Ugh.
That should
One
be
gold.
extra. Oh,
That's right. 30 would be the.
I mean,
So actually, it would be 10 gold.
Is that actually what she proposes?
10 gold.
You know what?
Skirk, we just need
I
help.
find
Skirk,
better
I
at the
think.
Final Pheasant.
It seems more that's what you're looking for. And she turns and goes and walks down, or sits down.
Okay, so I guess we're going outside.
So just to be clear, you still can hire her for 30. It's just that she's not doing it for less than that. As an FYI, Dave, I rolled a 4 for your diplomacy check.
Well, at least she didn't hit me. I mean,
No, well, she wouldn't. No.
That's a bonus, and you're not dueling, so that's good.
right?
So did we hire Roka?
Not quite.
I would say
mean
that
not
Skirk
quite?
left an impression.
We came close though. I feel Skirk feels like he came close. Like it was on the cusp there.
Mm-hmm.
We should
So we
go
started
outside.
the day. We started the day off with 2 people who were going to come out into the Barrow Mountains with us, and now we're beginning the hunt off with no one, not being able to get anyone.
So I think as Wes and Skirk are walking out of there too, that's when Greg says, "Oh, you got no one going with you." Well, that's
No, somebody
unfortunate.
somebody was doing a little too much of this, I think.
Yeah, so much, a little bit. I think that his name's Sir Albus. Hey,
The
Sir
shiny
Albus.
guy.
You're looking
Shiny
good
guy.
this morning, Sir Albus. Hope nothing happens to you, Sir Albus.
Hey, it's all the more treasure for us, you miscreants.
Oh, yeah, we know. It's all for you. All for you.
you're taking this rather personally.
Oh, now you're talking to me, Sir Albus.
I've
So
been
did you want to
talking
have
to
a
you the whole
conversation
time.
now? Oh, no.
We
now we're
hired you.
not
We
gonna
paid you. We did nothing dishonorably.
Oh, nothing dishonorably. No, not you. Not you, high and mighty Mr. Albus. Oh, it's Sir Albus. That's right. Sir Albus, look out, everybody. Look out. Sir Albus is coming through. He's honorable. Look out for honorable Mr. Albus. And this kind of continues on. As long as you stay in the courtyard, this is going to keep going.
Okay. Well,
Let's just go.
Okay. Oh, see ya. Good luck. Good luck. Hex on you. Hex on you. Hex on you. Hope the cult of Nurgle gets you. And as you're going, the last thing you hear is, "Oh, and we'll keep an eye on your stuff."
Wes turns back.
And says,
Watching
He does
you,
the
Greg.
Greg?
I'm the
Yeah,
smallest
we-
guy in the group, and I'm like, I'm watching you.
Yeah, I
Did
see you
they
down
ever-
there, little man.
It's more of a joke because Wes is so diminutive and he's trying to make us laugh, but whatever.
Yeah,
Well,
they're not.
That is a good point. If they know where our stuff is, then it might not be there. I don't know if they know where our stuff is, but
Well, they should also know that they're the only people we're going to come after if that ends up being the case.
yeah, unless they just leave town.
Well,
Is
what
it easy to
exactly are
leave
we
town?
in town?
Hey, Kev,
No.
is there a bunch of nearby communities that's pretty isolated that if someone took the road out, you'd be able to?
Well, the maps are right in front of you.
Watch or a guard or a
Bogtown.
who polices this place?
There really isn't. It's a town of 600, so sort of takes care of itself.
Hang on, let
Sort
me
of
just.
takes care of itself.
Like,
Well,
I
I
don't think
think-
the donk's leaving anything in town.
Neither's Vex.
Well, I'm just
Ah.
looking at my character sheet, and I don't see anything that I wouldn't bring with me.
So basically, I'm gonna get. It's my stuff that's being left.
Yep.
And it's your problem.
You really should just sell that stuff and then carry the gold with you. It's much easier.
I would if I could.
Skirg and Wes have painted
I feel like I'm getting a
Albus
short end of
into
the
a
stick somehow.
You are.
So the guy who has a magic sword, a magic shield, a magic rune, says, guys, I'm really getting fucked over here.
Well, no, but like in terms of like the person who's left his stuff and is currently being threatened to have it stolen.
Who are you complaining to? I'm is Sir Albus saying this out loud?
I think he's just sort of cursing. Maybe
Badonk is like at the edge of town, leaning on his shovel, like waving at you guys, like,
"Hey, Badonk, we're coming."
Go!
Mr. Albus is just trying to decide whether he wants to go back and get all his stuff and keep it from getting stolen.
Daylight.
Does anyone? Yeah. When we discussed keeping our stuff, was it done in sort of the open?
I think that they know what you guys brought back, and I think they know the town well enough that unless you like went outside town and buried it somewhere, it's likely they could see you. Rig is pretty fucking sneaky too. So when you brought your shit over to HHR Huff and Puffs to store for the day, they may have seen that, or they may have just known that you had that shit.
Sir
Well,
Albus,
maybe on the way out, we just tell Huff and Puff that some people have threatened to steal our stuff from you. Be on the lookout.
So you're
about
gonna go
all I
back
can
through
do.
town?
Huh?
So
Are
he
you gonna
wants
go
to
back?
charge us triple?
Hold on, you're gonna go back through town to do that?
Well, it's a small town.
Right. So then
And
you're
then-
going back in. Grig is gonna see you. You're gonna subject yourself to that again.
And he'll know exactly where it is because you've gone in to talk to them about it.
Yeah,
Charge
but
triple to
they
store your
probably
stuff.
already-
Hey, someone's going to come steal my stuff. Oh, I better hire some
Careful!
guards.
Don't let those
That's
guys
gonna
get
cost
away
me-
with this stuff.
Well, he knows where it is anyway. Or at the very least, he highly suspects. So whether you go back for it or not, I mean, Squirg will say to Albus, "Why don't you just bring it with you?"
You guys will take twice as long to travel.
No.
Carry the
I
room.
will
I'll
carry
the
lose.
shield.
Kev, fuck it. I'll lose. Skurg, you take the chain. I'll take the spell guard shield and leave my bow in
Sir
town.
Albus. Sir Albus.
Okay,
back-
Brent. First
back-
off, hold on. You're on the edge of town right now. If you want to do that, you're gonna have to go back through town, go to HHR. You're still gonna have to pay the storage fee, and then you're gonna collect your stuff and bring it with you.
Well, just the shield.
Does anybody want to point out like how humiliating that would be for him?
I
Like,
think
you're-
Sir Albus is more cheap than he's worried about his pride.
Your like 6'5" armor-clad guy is losing out to a little bully. Is he that small of a character?
No, but he would be frustrated if like the guy did what he said and got
Guys,
away with it.
this is
after.
what he's proposing to do. I'll leave it to you to do whatever you want. Do you want to let him do
Let's
this?
just go.
For
Let's
what
just
it's
go.
worth, Skurg has no qualms watching this play out.
So I'm going to go to Badonk and tell him what's happening. He might want to come check it out. Maybe he could sell some tickets to the
The
viewing.
next
So-
fight.
So then, then that's what you're doing. So Sir Albus, you're making your way across back into town, and Grig is once again outside Sir Osen's mercenary guild. He sees
Can
you
you
coming. He's like, "Oh, look who's back so soon! Did you get all your friends killed too, Sir Albus? Oh, you came back again? Would you forget something? Did you forget your crown?"
I think I
Badonk-
regret paying you that extra day. I didn't realize this was how you thought of employing yourself.
Oh, and now he's feeling bad. Look at this. He wants his money back. How noble. What an exemplar knight you must be. What a shining example of nobility. Look at him say that. He wants it back. Even 10 gold. 10 silver he doesn't want you to keep. Oh, and now he's going back to check. Oh, you're going to check and make sure your precious shield's still there? And this carries on as you walk your way through town.
Except Badonk's going to walk over and he's going to grab this guy and pull him down.
We're not there though. We're on the edge of town.
Yeah,
I want
I'm
to see
walking
this.
back into town. If he's going all the way to get his stuff.
But we don't know if this is happening. You and I are on the edge of town. These three are still in there.
The edge of town is literally like 3 houses away.
Yeah, it's not. And
No,
you saw
I
Sir
didn't-
Albus start making his way back in.
Like we're not in Winnipeg here. We're in like tiny
Okay.
village.
Not even
That's
Portage
right.
of Prairie.
Badonk's going to pull him down real close.
Who's him? Who's him?
Greg? Is that his name? The guy
Okay, yeah,
yelling?
go ahead and make an attack roll.
Okay.
Oh, we better get moving here, Skirk.
Is
This
it
is athletics.
strength or it's
Oh, it's
athletics?
athletics.
Okay, athletics is +4.
Okay. So you just want to knock him to the ground?
No, I'm just pulling him in close so I can whisper to him.
Okay. So you, I think what you have to do is sort of like you do a little bit of a tumble thing. You kick the back of his knee so one of his legs go down, and then you pull him down to your height. And what do you say?
Look, I offered to kill you for them, but they won't let me do it. I suggest you shut up and don't piss him off too much before they let me off the leash.
Okay. He looks at you. Hold on. Let me see here. So there's a brief moment where he sort of like is a little scared. And that's when Barwood wraps his arms around you and yanks you up. So you're sort of like, "Ow!" and being held up and choked by this giant man. Let's roll initiative.
Okay.
Well, there's one way to clean the town.
So it's just Badonk right now, and these guys are going to roll initiative. If you guys decide to get involved with this, then you guys tell me. Sir Albus, would you give me a perception check, please? I just want to see if you notice this.
All right.
Yeah, the rest of us know that this is happening.
You guys probably see this. You're probably in the town square when you see this happening.
Don't worry.
Hey, Skirk, look.
It's the same roll as my perception.
Okay. So Brent, you're you do hear the kind of like this going.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Okay. So Badonk, you're up first. What do you want to do?
I'm just gonna punch this guy in the nose.
Okay. Doing lethal damage or non-lethal?
Non-lethal.
Non-lethal. Okay. Go ahead. Give me an attack roll.
So that is.
Okay, that's actually not good enough. I think you're probably
That's
just
not
at a
my
weird.
roll.
Oh, Skirgs. Skirg, what are you rolling for?
For initiative, I thought.
No. Like I said, only Badonk and if you guys are jumping into the melee here, then you can jump in next round. But for now, it's just Badonk. Okay, so Badonk, go ahead and make your attack roll.
I'm just typing it in.
Sure. Okay, yeah, so that is good enough. So yeah, you clonk this guy in the face. Go ahead and roll damage. It's non-lethal.
So it still does the same number.
Same number. That's right. Yeah.
Okay. Eight damage.
Okay, so this guy, you hit him, and he sort of like boom, it hits the wall, and then he releases you, and slowly kind of slides down the wall. Ugh. And Greg,
Morale check.
Greg actually runs over to Barwood. He's like, hey, and he grabs him. He looks over at you, and with like he's noisy and whatever else, and trying to be like charming in his own way, but he says with like icy sincerity, "Your luck's run out, Goblin."
Don't cross me, and I'll walk back to my friends at the edge of town.
Okay.
And if
You see this happen.
Is it all over by the time Elvis would have made it back?
Yeah, you sort of scramble over, and whatever's being, I'm not sure you even heard what was said because it was all sort of hushed, and all you hear is him laugh and walk away. Greg turns and he looks up at you, Brent, and like any hint of like playing or joking or whatever else is completely gone from his face. He doesn't say anything to you. He just stares at you. His dark brown eyes, like little pits. And he just locks eyes with you. He says nothing.
Please let us just part ways amicably. I mean you no ill will. I believe my companions will leave you be as well.
He just
Let's
stares
take
at you.
this no further.
He just stares at you. like locked eyes too. It's not like he's looking away. He's like locked eyes with you and is just staring.
I don't flinch. Is Garwood look okay?
The Barwood?
Yeah, Barwood.
How do you fuck those up every time? Barwood, yeah, like Barwood's sort of like shaking his head and coming to. He's not. He's got a bloody nose, but that's it. But yeah, this guy looks up at you.
I'm wondering if I should use one of my heals on him.
There you go.
Don't.
Heal. He's not dying.
Yeah, he did non-lethal damage. So I don't know what that does.
Well, I also don't want to start a war with the Thieves Guild.
Too late. Your little healing is not going to fix it. It's not going to.
Heal pride.
You started the war.
One of those?
You're not here. I can't tell you anything.
I did try and start. Anyway,
we're doing like high fives and knuckle bumps if you get to town. For
Vax is not participating in any of this.
I say I can heal him if you would permit me.
Badonk looks at Vax and says, "He's not dead, is he?"
I'll give you that.
He helps him up.
I don't wish ill will between anyone.
What is Albus doing over there? Looks like he's like...
He helps. So Grig helps Barwood up, and then the two of them, Barwood kind of shakes his head. Grig slaps him on the back, and Barwood kind of like nods at him. And Grig just looks over at you, and you can tell that there is something that he has just decided. And he turns and walks away with Barwood. He gestures with his head, doesn't say another word to you.
Skirg will yell out, "Hey, Albus, you should invite them to come with us now."
Wes goes, "Get your stuff, let's go."
Okay, fine. Storm off, and then I will have a nice silent march with you guys all out. I think.
So you're not collecting your stuff then?
Yeah, no, I am. I'm gonna collect my shield, leave the bow, and go for a walk.
So leave what bow?
Sir Albus has a short bow, which has a bulk of one. Shield has a bulk of one. Drop
so
one.
Take the shield, and you're leaving the chainmail as well.
No. Taking the shield, leaving the bow.
But what's happening with the chainmail +1?
I don't have room for that. If someone else wants to carry the chainmail +1, that's where Dave's Skirg's chain shirt is coming from. If he wants to make sure it's still there.
Yeah, Skirg will take it. He won't wear it, but he'll toss it in his sack.
So I think that's 2 bulk though, isn't it?
The chainmail is, hang on. I got
it's 2 bulk. And it's noisy.
Well, you won't be wearing it, so the
2 bulk.
2 bulk.
But it still jiggles around.
So Skirg, that would put you at 9 bulk, which means that you would be slowing everyone down.
I will fix that. I will cast Ant Hall on Skirg.
Okay.
See, this is chain and it's noisy.
I'll use one of my scrolls.
Okay.
Wasting a scroll on you, Skirg. All of this could have been avoided.
Okay. So
I don't think this could have been avoided, Pax. I think you're delusioned if you think these seedy guys were going to just keep coming along with us and nothing bad was going to happen.
Well, it might not have been today, at least.
Oh, it would have been after we got more stuff.
Yeah, after it would have cost us more.
Or if we were injured after a fight and we were all kind of wounded and on our last leg. Oh, ooh, dagger in the back. Oh, I'll just take your gold.
You're missing the point.
I don't like hiring people. We've made enemies. I've ended up with enemies of a Viking and 2 miscreants. While I think now that their true nature is revealed, they're none to my liking. But I did not want them as enemies. And half the other people we bring out, we return dead.
So should we decide on a new person to do the hiring next time? I don't think Skirg did so well today either.
The 2 characters with the highest charisma are not here tonight.
Look, Albus, if you don't like doing the hiring, you should learn to love doing the digging.
I'm plenty capable of doing the digging, and I have been.
Okay, let's go dig.
Okay.
What?
Dig.
I've got the
actually
strength of it.
dug
I
at
got an
this
18.
barrow
Right.
yet.
I've been happy to dig. I'm like, get into the manual labor shit.
Okay. This
Guys,
is gonna
we've
lead
all been
on.
digging.
Wes is going to lead us on.
What?
You got to give me some ideas of where this barrow is. I've
We've
been to
been
this
back
one.
to this barrow?
No, Wes hasn't been to this one. You guys went there before he came along.
Yeah, I think it was only Skurg, Badonk, and Rowan.
That's right. Yeah.
So can you give me an idea of where it was, what you saw on the way, things I can keep an eye out
can
for?
explain where it is,
Okay. Let's see here.
or you can attempt to.
Okay.
Is Sir Albus going to say anything about this whole incident in town? Or ask Badonk anything about what happened?
No, I just saw you guys got in the. I just assumed it was a fight. I didn't know you threatened them or anything. I just assumed it was a fist fight, kind of like I got in with the Vikings. Someone challenged someone's honor and they got in the fight.
Right.
I think that would be his probably assumption from based on.
Badonk
his
just looks at Albus and he says, when you're with me and anyone shits on you, they're shitting on me, and I won't let it stand.
Why? Thank you.
It turns out Badonk's got a much thinner skin than you thought. Okay. So then I've made the earlier today I made the rolls for random encounters to be prepped for today, and I just made the rolls for Wes's survival checks. So you guys get together and set out from Helix to the Barrowmoor.
I'm casting a heightened armor on me.
Okay.
Dungeon Master, just so you know, my experience tracker does not apply to this particular type of environment.
Okay.
Undergrowth for forests.
And I'll be using stealth to move through the...
Okay. So you guys are making your way along, and again, once you reach the Barrowmoor, it hits that really eerie. Oh, you know what? Actually, I set something up for the other group that I can show you guys. Check us out, guys. Boom. Welcome to the Barrowmoor.
Cool.
Nice.
It's a lot less open than I thought it was going to be.
No, it's full and creepy, and the distance you can see is always obscured by mist that seems to perpetually hang here, and just gets worse throughout the day. So as you're making your way along, you are 2 hours into the moor, and again, I think the most unnerving thing about it is the perpetual silence. Really, the only sound that you're making, you can hear, is the rattle of Sir Albus's armor, or the scratching of his armor. What is your marching order, guys?
Wes will be at the front leading along through the swamp.
Okay.
Vax will be behind him.
Okay, and then I'll go or I guess I can go next to Vax or whatnot.
Okay.
Skurg will kind of round out the end.
Okay. Badonk?
Badonk's kind of sneaking around, maybe on the outskirts of the group.
Okay. Okay. So, Sir Albus, do you want to be before or after Vax? If you walk
can I just walk next to him?
You ever gone through the woods and try to walk 2 by 2 on a trail?
Is it okay? So it's like it's that thick. It's like
yeah, like you guys are having a bushwhack here, so.
Okay. I can go in front and sort of use my shield to bushwhack and push things out of his way.
Okay. So Sir Albus is like, okay, I'll keep an eye out for quicksand.
Yeah.
Your mortal enemy, next to Greg.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. I've learned this is where I bring the staff out as opposed to the sword. And if anything looks not solid, I stick it in.
To be honest, Brent, like this, and that's the entire swamp, right? Like
every third step, poke, poke, poke.
Yeah, like I mean, like pretty much everything is going to be your feet sinking. Remember, like it's this wet mud everywhere. It's just a question of how deep you sink into this stuff as you go.
Okay, so
yeah, it's brutal going.
Okay.
Yeah, so you are slogging your way along, guys, but with Wes's very capable direction. Wes, you did get some advice from Badonk on how to get there, and you very quickly realize that you need to ignore that. So you ignored his advice, and you successfully navigated everybody to the edge of the barrow mounds. And actually, I have uploaded something else here, guys. So check it out. This is what stretches before you. Now, ignore the mountains in the background because there's no mountains here. But that's sort of how I'm picturing the barrow mounds.
Cool. Well, this is redemption for my last time. It kind of got us a little bit lost. We didn't go anywhere.
You guys reach the barrow mounds, and you make a beeline for the nearest one near where you have entered. As you make your way up towards the mound, Badonk and Skurg, you recognize it. You actually see that there is the excavation. Let me make my... One thing I didn't do is make a restock roll. So let's see. Okay. It appears that this place is undisturbed. So you guys are free to start shoveling again. So is anybody keeping watch, or is everybody digging?
I will keep watch.
Wes will keep watch, and he'll have wingtip circling around.
Okay.
Notify me if creatures come.
As an FYI, guys, right now, for 2 people, it is a 6-hour job. For 4, it'll be a 5-hour job.
Well, Skurg's digging, so.
Okay, so Skurg is digging. It sounds like Sir Albus is digging.
Yeah.
Badonk, Vax, and Wes.
Oh, of course, Badonk's digging.
Okay.
Vax is watching.
Wes will do some digging, but wingtip will alert him if something's coming up.
Okay.
Well, we probably only need. Do we need 2 watchers, or I guess 1?
Well, the thing is, if you give up 1, you're not going to be able to. Like, you need every 2 people reduces the dig time by 1 hour.
Oh, that's why I was okay. So I was meaning, do we need 2 people to watch or just 1? Because don't we have 2 people like standing watch as opposed to just everyone dig but 1 person? Like basically, West stand watch, everyone else dig. No.
That's fine.
Okay. So Wes is keeping watch now. Again, because of the perpetual fog that hangs over here, like your visibility is really only out about like 100 feet or so. So even you can hear Wingtip's cry, kind of from I can't do a bird sound. Sorry. So, but you can hear his cry from far above you, but you can't really even see him. He's basically just the outline of him against the sky.
Sorry, just reading the chat on the live link that.
Oh yeah,
that said Master Blaster runs Bartertown.
Yes.
That's awesome.
So you what do you call it? You guys are digging, and for the first about 20 minutes, things are uneventful. You're making some good progress, getting your back into it. But then, Skurg, you hear a sound that you had hoped you would never, ever hear again.
Oh, leeches.
No, it's one of your exes, dude.
Yep.
Oh, a shiver runs down Skurg's spine.
Oh, God. And that's when you see these giant... the size of, like, horses. Giant toads hop out. Their big eyes kind of looking around and studying the scene. Their tongues lapping out at the air. They can smell it. And you can tell. They can smell the tasty flesh of a half-orc. Guys, please roll initiative.
Skurg, I always thought you were joking and exaggerating when you talked about these.
Yeah, these things stand as well too. Like where their like head would be is probably about a little higher than your waist. Like, these are massive things.
What are we rolling for initiative?
You're rolling your perception, please.
Oh, okay.
Remember, those of you who are digging, you guys all have shovels in your hand at the start of the round.
Yep. Awesome.
Okay, so Vax, you got a 17. Wes got a 13. Nice. Sir Albus got a 13 as well. Wes, what's your initiative bonus?
Plus
Perception?
6.
Plus 6. Okay, so that'll be Sir Albus, you'll be after him.
There we go.
And Badonk, look at you. Top of the round. Okay, so Badonk, you are up first. What are you doing? These things are about 50 feet away. And it appears that there are 4 of them.
Ooh. I'll drop my shovel
Free action. Drops to the ground.
and use my other actions, 2 of them to prepare an action. If they jump next to me, I will attack them.
Okay. You still have 1 action. Did you want to adopt a stance? It's a free action to drop your weapon or drop the shovel.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's not
Okay, sure. I'll take the tiger stance.
It's okay, so you get down into your pack attack stance. You are done. Vax, you're up next. What are you doing?
I'm dropping my shovel and grabbing my staff.
Okay. So
One action.
drop is a free action. It's an interact with object to pick up your staff.
Yeah.
I'm just going to type the order in the chat, guys.
Okay. And then I'm going to cast Protective Ward. So that'll be +1 AC to everyone within 10 feet of me.
Okay, what does that look like?
Oh, that's the
one that has a little blue runes kind of floating around?
yeah, and then pulses out, and whoever is within the pulse, you can see the shimmer, and then it fades away until they get hit.
Love it. How many actions does that take to cast that?
2. So I'm done.
Awesome. Okay, so that's your round. Next up is Wes.
Wes drops the shovel, grabs his.
Oh, hold on, guys. Sorry, I forgot Skurg in the order here. Skurg, you rolled what? Skurg, did you roll initiative?
Kind of froze.
Dave?
Skurg, did you roll initiative?
Yeah, Skurg got a 15.
Well, he goes ahead of me.
Oh, it's 15 up there. Okay, so yeah. Sorry, Dave. I didn't see that in there. Okay, so Skurg, you're up right now.
Okay, so Skurg will drop his pick or shovel, whatever it is that he was digging with, and he will break out his grave root.
Yep.
He will break out his heavy crossbow.
Hold up. So you dropped it. You're going to get your interact with object to get your grave root out. Yep.
Yep. And then he will take the bolts out and cover the tips and grave root.
Okay, sounds good to me. Next up is Wes.
Okay, Wes drops the shovel, grabs his bow, that's one action, and will use work together to call my animal companion to help me against one of the toads.
Okay.
And then fire at that toad.
Okay, so 50 feet, I think, is within, it's in your short range, isn't it?
Yep.
Yep, so go ahead and make an attack roll.
Okay. 15 to hit.
Sorry, how much?
15, 1-5.
15, yeah, that hits. So you launch your arrow and sinks into the side of one of these toads. My toad sounds really need a lot of work too, guys. I clearly need to practice this shit between sessions.
Sounds sickly Sean Connery dwarves.
Yeah, really. Ah, you shot me.
Okay, so
Did you just have a bath?
A single point of damage with that particular arrow.
Okay. So you hit it grazes the side of this thing's thick, wrinkled hide. And what else you got?
The bird pecks at the enemy's eyes when I create an opening, causing them to bleed. Until my next turn, strikes against the creature.
The thing is that your bird was up in the sky. It's gonna. What's its movement? Yeah. What's its movement?
Fly 60 feet.
60. Okay, so it could probably get down in one round, I think. In one action.
Round.
So Yeah, so it could. Did you give it? Is this part of your command that you gave to it, or what?
Yeah, well, yeah, I commanded it and then I shot.
Where are you?
Okay, so you command a shot, and then this thing. So you're using the command gives it 2 actions. Its first action is to stride down. Second one is to make the attack.
And it attacks when I create the opening, so I'm guessing that's when my arrow hits.
Okay.
So it attacks at the enemy's eyes, causing them to bleed.
Okay. What does that mean mechanically?
Until my next turn, all my weapon strikes against the creature that the bird threatens add a D4 persistent bleed damage as an enhancement.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
So D4
Where?
on top of this arrow, or is that next round?
Where are you seeing that, Wes? Or where?
That's under the bird. Work together right underneath its speed. It's the last part of that section. So on my sheet, page 2, just above my gear.
Okay.
If that's next round, that's understandable.
Oh, okay. So work together is something I believe that it's an ability you can get later.
But
That's not something you automatically can do.
I have that feed on the right-hand side of the sheet, though.
Where is it?
Right above the dagger.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I stand corrected. Okay.
A wizard. And that's an Uncle Dave.
If that's correct.
Yes, that's absolutely right. So go ahead and roll 1d4. Hey, George is here. Hi, George.
Can you say hi? Say hi.
2 whole points from the bird.
2 whole points to the bird. Okay, that's 2 persistent bleed.
Hi.
Hi, Caden.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Wiener. How are you?
Good. Just on my dad's lap.
You're on your dad's lap. That sounds like fun.
I just took a shower.
You just took a shower. Well, that's about time. Oof.
Very cool.
Okay. Next up is Sir Albus. Speaking of which,
Okay. Sir Albus.
Caden, what does Sir Albus do?
All right. So what should my guy do? The guy with the armor and the sword. We're gonna be fighting big frogs, big nasty frogs.
You should poke him in the mouth and poke him with the arrow. With your sword.
Okay, yeah, I'll poke him. So what I'll do is I will drop the shovel, use an action to grab the shield, an action to grab the sword, and then my remaining action to bring up my shield and wait to poke them in the sword with the sword when they get close.
Sound tactics indeed. Brent, you were complaining at the start that you didn't have a squire. I believe that you do have one.
You have to poke him in the mouth and poke him in the
And a tactician too.
Yes. Okay, so then it
you need
is
the frog to be dead.
Toad turn. Guys, this is where things turn around. For you, I mean. All right, so let me count off here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, Vax. Oh, boy. Vax. All right, so this thing, one of the toads, its giant eyes kind of makes it sound again, and his mighty legs launch it off into the air. It sails through, and then boom, lands basically on you. Let's see here. What is your? Let me see here. Let's just roll and see if it hits you. Oof, Shebus.
AC 17.
That will do it then.
Oh,
sorry.
Hey, Kev, am I close enough to Vax to use Retributive Strike?
Yeah, I think so, Brent.
All right.
But remember, that will be your reaction. You won't have your shield. What do you call it? You won't have the ability to block with your shield then.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So I will try to help out the Clothy here.
Yeah.
All right. So I just got.
Well, you go ahead and make your. It's not going to kill him. I don't think you can do enough damage to kill him. All right. No. So then, Vax, you take 7 points of damage as this thing slams down on you.
Okay.
And it'll make one more attack on you. Oh, fuck. That's a 23.
Uh-oh.
That's not a crit, is it?
Well, I have an AC of 17.
No, so it isn't. Okay. You take 12 points of damage from that one. Okay, so Brent, that's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay, hold on for... Yeah, okay.
And then
Oh,
the
wait,
next,
sorry, there should be another D8 there.
yeah, sure. Go ahead and roll another d8. Next one is going to go 1, 2, 3. Actually, against you, Sir Albus. All right, so you hack one of them as that thing jumps in, and it's actually the one that's bleeding right now as well.
Kevin's just talking to me, Kay.
1 14. What happens, Sir Albus, is this thing jumps in. You can see, track its movement with your eyes. As it's about to land, your sword flares to life with power. And then this blade of light slashes into the side of this thing, but it's so big and solid that it is able to carry through and still chomp on Vax twice. He's kind of screaming and trying to keep himself at a distance. Those blue protective runes around him are flaring, but not seeming to protect him whatsoever. But then a second one comes. Whoa, Jesus! And a book. Look out! There's a book attacking.
Have any of them jumped within range of Badonk?
Not yet. No. Well, you don't have a reaction though, right?
Yeah, I held my action.
No, I don't think so. All right. So Sir Albus does. I don't think a 14 hits you, does it?
No, my AC right now with the shield up is 21.
Nice. Okay. So the first one misses. Second one misses as well. So there's a toad engaged with you now. Next one is going to be fuck on Sir Albus again. Okay, so that's a.
Wait, no. Sorry, not you. Hang on. Sorry, my kid Kaden got her leg wrapped around the headset cord, and then she started leaving the desktop, being ripped off the desk to go with her.
Well, I got bad news, Brent. You are Sir Albus. You're hit.
Okay.
And you take that's 9 points of damage. No, 10 points of damage. And the second attack, I don't think hits. That's a +5. 21 does hit, right?
Oh, yeah, exactly on the nose.
So another 7 as this thing slams down on you. And we got one more toad. Let's see who's going into it. Fuck on Sir Albus again, too. And these ones are flanking now. All right, Sir Albus. That one misses, but it's not a critical miss. That one is a... So you have a 19 AC. That's a miss as well.
21.
So you got a bunch of toads that are all surrounding you right now, Sir Albus. And that is it for the round. Top of the round is Badonk. What are you doing?
Moving in and attacking the nearest toad.
Okay, so you stride in. Go ahead and make your attack roll. Are you engaging the one that is on Vax or the one of the ones that's surrounding?
One that is on Sir Albus.
Okay, so then you'll get a flanking bonus then too.
And I will use my flurry.
Okay, go ahead.
Which is +8, +4. So attack number 1.
Nice. So close to a crit.
Oh.
That is a miss, but not a critical miss.
Okay, so then he takes 2d8 +1. 14. Oh,
nice. So you're the wraps around your hand flare with power as those runes come to life, and you slash at it and cut a vicious gash along the side. You still have one more action.
I crafted the wrong wand.
Yeah, I don't have anything to do with it. I don't think right now.
Okay, so Vax, you're up. What are you doing?
I'm launching magic missile at this thing, and I'm using all 3 actions.
Okay, which means it's a manipulate action, which could draw an attack of opportunity.
Okay,
but these toads don't have it.
Oh,
so go ahead. So you begin waving these things. Oh my god!
That's horrible.
The fuck! All right, so there's one that's in front of you. It's actually pretty messed up though. So you're flencing along this. There's that giant gash that was left in its side from Sir Albus. It's looking pretty banged up. So then it is next up, Skurg.
Skirgle used the his crossbow.
Okay, so you're going to have to draw your crossbow then as I interact.
Okay.
Get it ready, and then go ahead and make your attack roll.
That would be...
Which are you attacking? The one that's with on Vax or one of the other ones? That's on Sir Albus.
Go with the one on Albus.
On Albus, okay.
So +4 to hit.
Ooh. It unfortunately misses. Goes wide, sinks in the ground.
Okay. Like another one?
You can do that? Yeah, so it's -5 then. So you'll be -1 to your roll.
Okay.
Does a crossbow doesn't have a reload thing, does it?
It doesn't say it on my sheet.
Yeah, let me double check here. I don't think they actually I don't think they have that anymore. Yeah, no, it's fine. Okay, so unfortunately that's a miss as well. So 2 crossbow bolts sink into the ground. You're cursing yourself for missing. Wes, you are up next. What are you doing?
Wes will. The one that's on Vax, does it look pretty beat up?
The one that looks on
aiming
Vax
that
looks
one anyways.
really, yeah, and it's bleeding still from that thing that hit that you had on it before.
Okay, so I will hunt, target, and favorite aim on that one to get a +2 circumstance bonus.
Nice.
So, oh yeah, 19 on the natural roll plus +10, so 29 total.
Fuck me, yeah. So that's a crit. So remember,
So
it's
that's
1d6 plus 1d10 for deadly.
Okay.
And that's the one that's on Vax you're attacking?
Yeah.
It's dead.
Okay. Well,
What
7
does it
points.
look like as you take it down?
Wes is keys in on the one that Vax has, and he stops to aim a little bit, sees as what the eye is already bleeding, and lets fly. The arrow pierces right through the eye and comes out of the top of its skull, and it slumps down over in front of Vax.
There's a pig off in the mist that says "Kermie."
And then Wes just shouts out, "One!"
Nice. Okay.
And then, so I only have one action left because I used hunt and favorite aim.
Yep.
So I will shoot at the one that Badonk smacked.
Okay. So it's a -5 to your attack.
-5 to attack. Okay. I don't have favorite aim. Ooh. See the roll? That's 18.
Nice. Very nice.
I don't know if you can see it that way, but so total of so you said -5?
-5, yeah.
So that's still a +3, so 21.
21. Okay, I knew it was a hit. I just didn't know if it was a crit. So just a regular hit.
Regular hit. For 2.
2. Nice. Okay. So the arrow sinks in, but this thing seems to be so much blubber and kind of stained hide that you're not sure it really did a lot. It gave no indication that it was terribly hurt. Next up is Sir Albus.
All right. Is the one that Badonk was fighting, am I flanked with it? Because
you were flanking that one, yeah.
All right. Well, I will take a swing at it.
Okay. Whoa, crit.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Yep, that's a crit. Go ahead and roll double
Okay,
damage.
and because I've got it's my magic weapon, then it is
4d8.
Oh, yes. And then it is also if it's flat-footed for a full round.
It's for the thing you put on it?
Yeah, because I get the weapon when I imbue the weapon, it also gets the weapon's critical ability.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So for a sword, it makes it flat-footed for 1 round.
Let me see here.
Which I think that's the same thing as flanking,
you get
right?
+8 to damage because of the double from your strength, and then +4
doubles
is
from the
12.
strength?
Yeah, because a crit, you're gonna you roll double your strength bonus as well.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So That's a shitty roll.
That's really a shitty roll. Fortunately, however, that is enough to take it down. So what does it look like as you carve this giant toad down?
I take off its head, but it's like a gelatinous kind of thump as it comes down.
Okay. You got 2 more actions there. What are you doing?
I will test my luck with a second attack.
Okay.
And I'm just resetting the dice here. Oh, you know what? I forgot about the stupid reroll last 10 rolls. Here we go. Oh, 8 minus 5, 6, 7, plus 3. Sorry. Talking out loud.
Okay, that is a miss.
All
so
right.
you swing. Unfortunately, I think the force of your first stroke has thrown you off balance. So you sort of try and swing back with the backstroke, and it doesn't manage to connect with anyone. And
I will bring my shield up as my third action.
Good call. Now, Toad turn. So first one is gonna chomp on. Let's see here. It's gonna be Sir Albus again. There's a bunch of people who have gone in to attack there. 1, 2, 3. I think there's a chance of it being Badonk. Actually, I gotta make a morale check for them first. Yeah, I know they're still fighting. Then I need to make a terminate. So it won't be Wes because he's at range. It won't be Skurg. It'll be one of you 3. It'll be Vax or Badonk or Sir Albus. Let's just go here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, Vax. Already does a 14 hit you?
No.
Okay. Yeesh. What about a 17?
Oh, yes.
You take another 10 points of damage.
Ooh.
And then as its next action, it'll leap. It leaps off and lands 40 feet away. Then the other one, who's it chomping on? 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, Badonk. No, that's not right. 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, Vax again. Jesus. Sorry, Vax. You're playing the role of Skurg tonight.
I got 3 hit points left.
No, you don't. I just got a crit on you.
Oh no. It should have been great taking that damage. I don't know.
Intro to Ren the Unclean.
All right, so this thing snaps its head around and chomps on you. You take 8 points of damage.
Oh, that -5.
Okay, now I don't think you hit -5. Now everyone has a hero point at the start of the round. You could spend a hero point to be at 1 hit point.
Done.
Here's one thing I noticed, guys. I forgot to mention this at the outset. They've released an update for the playtest, which includes a bunch of rules changes, not all of which are particularly important, but the one that is important, they've changed the way dying works. Now, when you spend a hero point, that whole thing of you like being at 1 hit point but still unconscious is not the case. You fall prone, you get 1 hit point back, and you become conscious again. So, do you want to spend your hero point for that, there, Vax?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. That means I can make my next attack against you.
I've got a sort of a relevant question to that. If we heal someone with magic and it brings them to positive, are they conscious or unconscious?
I think you still have to make a no. I think actually I don't remember, Brent. I'll take a look at the update. Okay. Because of the change, I just noticed the not die the way that hero points work because that was the thing that was most pertinent. But I don't remember. Okay, so you're hit again. Unfortunately, now you're back below. So that was 11 damage.
So that's -10.
Yeah. Hold on here. I just want to check to see what. Okay, so you've got dying 1 right now. And this thing uses this last action to hop back to 40 feet away. All right. So that is the end of the round. You're acting now right before the toad.
Badonk.
Vax.
No, but
that is one thing that still happens. They change your order of initiative. So first up is Badonk. What are you doing? These things have leaped to 40 feet away.
Okay, what's my movement?
I think you got 25. Right?
Oh, 35.
Oh, right, because you're a monk, right?
Monk's fast.
Are they together or are they not together?
No, they're not together.
And do they seem like they're leaving?
You're not sure. Do you want to spend an action to seek?
To try and... Yeah.
Yeah, okay. No, you have no idea.
Okay,
You're
then I'll
looking at
use
them and
my
you're like,
other...
I don't know anything about toads.
I'll use my other 2 actions to hold an action that if they jump back here near me, I'll attack them.
Okay. Next up is Skurg.
All right. So who's left?
What do you mean? In the party?
How many frogs are left?
2.
All right. Well, might as well try to. Oh wait, how far away is Vax?
Vax is probably like 5 feet away from you. You could spend a stride to get there.
Yeah. Okay. Let's handle that first.
Okay.
Let's do a little battle medic.
Nice. Here it comes.
I
think you'll have to either drop your crossbow or spend an interact with object to put it away.
Why don't you shoot, then drop it and heal?
Yeah, but I still have to stride in there somewhere. Right? Yep.
Dropping's a free.
Dropping's a free action, though.
Okay, sure. Let's do that.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack roll.
Ta-da!
Nice. That's a hit. Not a crit, but a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay, so how does this work, Kev? Like, so is it the damage of the arrow plus the poison?
No, they'll make a save. Okay, well, hold on. You won't have been able to poison all of your bolts with one action. You can poison a bolt with an action.
Okay.
So the poison's not going to be on this one. I'm assuming it's on the first one you shot.
Okie dokie. That's how that works. Okay, cool.
Still a shot, still a hit.
It's still a hit.
Yeah. Sorry. That's 1d10?
For crossbow, I can't remember.
Yeah. Are there any bonuses to that, Kev?
Nope. How'd you do? 4 points. Okay, so you launch out, and it sinks into its hide, right near where its like bulbous shoulder would be. It is marked, but not down. Now, are you dropping your crossbow here, or are you going to move first, then drop it, then do your battle magic or medic?
Move, drop, battle medic.
Sounds good. Make your medic check.
It's a d20 and...
You get +3 to it. There you go. Big money.
Yeah.
No. So unfortunately, there does not appear to be much you can do for Vax at present. Now, let's see here. 1 sec.
I got to do a recovery save.
Who ended up with the healer's gloves? Was that Werbin?
No, Badonk has them.
Donk has them.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
He never gave him to Skirk.
Not yet. You can borrow them.
So
You didn't ask.
you rent them.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was Skurg. Next up is Wes. What are you doing?
Wes has his bow out. He's going to hunt target on the one that Scourge just hit with the bolt.
Yep.
And then fire the first shot.
All right. That's some militia training with focused fire there.
Kevin, sorry, what happened to Vax? Vax was before Skirk.
No, like I said, when you go down, your initiative goes before the toad. That's why I said that Vax is before the toad.
Okay.
Your initiative gets moved.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So that's a total of 10. That's
That is not a hit, but it's not a crit. So you are not
Okay.
crit failure. So you fire. It's the mist is drifting around through here, so it's just you're screwing up your aim. One more action.
one more action. And my bow is not agile.
Bo is at. Oh no, it isn't.
Not agile, no. So hunt target is only -4, not -3 with the
Nice.
second shot.
Okay.
So 11 plus 15 total.
15 is good enough.
Okay. For D6, but I'm going to use a different one because that other one's been sucking terribly. 5.
5. Okay. So it hits. That does it seems like it's a little further in than that crossbow bolt. Then it is Sir Albus's turn.
These things, they're fairly far. You
40
said
feet away.
Yeah, I'm a slow man. But what I will do is bend over and lay my hand down on Vax.
Okay. Now you need to have a free hand for that. So.
Oh, I guess. All right, I will drop my sword, lay down, and then lay a hand on Vax.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your. Or I can't remember. Oh yeah, it's 1d4, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's 2d4 now because my.
Okay. So Vax, you still have the dying 1 condition, but now you are at 6 hit points.
Okay. That's 6 hit points.
Okay. Yeah, I think you would have had to stride to get to him too, Brent. He wasn't adjacent to you because you had a toad between you guys, right?
Right. Okay. So
you got one more action.
Pick up my sword.
Okay, good call. All right, and then it is so Vax. You are prone, but you are conscious again now. What do you want to do?
Do I still have to do the recovery save?
No, but you do have. Where is it here?
Because you said I still have dying 1.
Yeah, I think that's the way it works.
So then I still have to do. I have to do a recovery save.
No, if you have 1 hit point or more and you're conscious, your dying condition decreases by 1 at the end of each of your turns next round, instead of making the save at the end of your round. So that dying 1 will be gone.
Okay. Well, then I am casting False Life on myself.
Okay.
That'll give me 10 hit points.
Okay.
Kill us a toad.
And that's 1 spell. And then I'm going to put the... you know what? I can't. That's 2 actions. I'm going to put my shield up.
Okay. It's up. Are you standing with one of yours, or are you staying on the ground still?
I'm staying on the ground.
Okay. Toad's turn. The toads both spend 1 action going whoop, whoop, and calling their. Why would I do that? Oh God! Do you see the lengths I go to for your guys? Jeez, putting my body and my throat on the line. So they call out these mighty croaks, and you can hear other croaks from nearby.
Oh, that's not good.
So then the 2 toads hop into the mist, and you've lost sight of them, but you can hear them still. Whoop, whoop, and there's more toads. Whoop, 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 whoop. You know, like those peaceful nighttime scenes of people sitting around the lake, and you can hear the frogs out at night. Take that, but add, ratchet the double or whatever it is, the treble or whatever up, so it sounds really low, and then slow it down a little bit so it's got that creepy horror movie vibe. It sounds like there is a whole fucking horde of toads out there closing in on you guys.
Can we get into the burrow quick, or do we make a hasty retreat?
Oh God, you got 5 hours of digging to do still.
Well, I say we try and hold our ground right now.
5 hours.
Well, can we? But don't you
guys? We're at 9 o'clock right now. You have 5 minutes to tell me what you do. If you stand and fight, I'll tell you what happens. If you run, I'll tell you what happens.
I say we run.
Well, I say we run.
Wes can lead us out of here.
Okay, sure.
All right.
Oh, Skur, we can't hear you. Can you guys hear Dave?
Nope.
No, can't hear Dave.
It's all for staying and fighting. unless he's going to get left all by himself, in which case you will also leave.
I don't. There's only one of us hurt right now, right?
I have 16 hit points, and 10 of them are temporary.
But we do. I have a healing potion. I can totally pass your way.
I do have 2 healing potions too.
Guys, we're
If we
closing up.
stand
You
and
have
fight, we're going to die.
2 minutes to make your decision. Here's what I want you to do. Type in, do not hit enter yet. Type into the chat what your character does. Does he stay or does he run? Once everyone has it in there, I'm going to tell you to all hit enter at the same time. Ready?
Okay, just a second.
Everyone have their character's actions typed in there?
Yep.
Dave does.
And this is a
Dave.
vote. We're gonna do the group.
No,
thing?
this is what your individual characters are doing.
Oh, my character would follow what everyone else does.
Then type in what you're doing.
Okay.
And follow is not an option. You run or you stay. Everyone have their options in?
We can't do decide.
Brent, no. Run or stay. That's your options. Everyone have their options in?
Yep.
Okay, everyone hit enter.
Well, I knew that was gonna play out like that.
Okay, so Badonk, Wes, Vax, you guys run.
You guys stay?
So you guys run off. Skurg and Sir Albus.
Well, if I see people running and no one's standing, then I will go after them.
So what's happened is you've stood your ground and everyone has spent their actions running. So everyone has disappeared into the mist. Because remember, it's so thick here. You two are staying. You look up and you see now there are 8 toads closing in on you. Vroom, 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 that have landed around you. What do Skurg and Sir Albus do?
Run.
Okay. Skurg, what are you doing? Sir Albus is turning and running.
Oh shit! Yeah, no, he's not. He has learned his lesson. He's not sticking around.
Skurg, what is your speed?
Speed.
Yeah.
Second stat
20.
block on the first page.
Oh. Is that dexterity you're asking?
Note speed.
Right above your languages. The second last line on the second.
25. Ugh. Brent, what's your speed?
Not high. Let me take a look.
Everybody check their speed.
15.
Okay. 15.
Skurg does have the ability to increase his by 5 if he quaffs Cheetah's elixir.
Did he prep a Cheetah's elixir, though?
Yeah.
Brent, why are you 15 and not 20?
Because he's wearing heavy armor. All right, so
I think.
Brent?
Hold on for 1 second. Should be minus. My speed might be off. Heavy armor, because I took the feet as well.
Yeah.
Just give me 1 second here.
Unless you're 25, your movement is 20, Brent.
That's a base human.
No, base human is 25.
So 20
So
then.
you're okay. Oh, Brent.
Yeah.
What are you playing next?
Don't know.
Okay, so you guys hear this horrible sound of croaking and screaming as Skurg comes running out of the mist, saying, "Go, go, go, go!" Sir Albus, it is a valiant last stand, but with 8 of these toads, there's just no way that you would be able to survive that. So, and you were running, and they get that charge thing. So, Sir Albus, you had a good run.
Oh.
He falls.
right.
So, let's roll for random encounters going back. 3 and 3. Nope. You guys make it back to town. As you do, it would be 4 hours, so it would just be a little past noon at that point. You also left all the shovels behind. Because all the shovels were on the ground. Skurg, your crossbow was left behind because you threw it in the ground and didn't retrieve it.
Oh man.
Is there anything else that was forgotten apart from your paladin?
How about our dignity?
Your dignity is there.
I think that got left behind.
We kind of lost that before we left town.
Okay. So as you guys come making your way back into town, how are you feeling? Not you, the players, the characters. Like, you have 4 hours to think about this. What are you guys thinking?
Well, Skurg wants to go back for his brother.
Well, that was never canon.
Or, well, he wants to go back to retrieve Albus's body then.
So, like, before you get back to Helix, or?
No, once they've had a chance to, like, kind of regroup. Yeah, I mean, he kind of knows that there's a good chance that there may not be anything left, but at the very least, as a symbolic gesture to kind of honor,
Yeah.
Vax is Vax is very distraught.
Yeah. Badong?
I don't know. He's sad to have lost an ally, I guess, but he's
You've also lost a lot of henchmen anyway.
kind of.
Yeah, but Albus was more than just a henchman, right? Like they kind of hung out and did stuff in town afterwards. So
He hired everyone.
Yes. Okay, and then Wes, how's Wes feeling?
Kind of sad that Mr. Sir Albus guy was pretty good, pretty stalwart companion. And I'm kind of annoyed by that Greg fellow because if it wasn't for him yapping his gums, we would have had some extra help to help us out against those toads. We might have to have some words.
A very solid point. So, as you guys make your way into town, dejected, a little bloodied in some cases, the one merciful thing is you do not see Greg or Barwood in town as you come. So,
We should go by Hufflepuff's to check to make sure everything is fine.
oh yeah, if you check in at Huff and Puff's, I mean, he wants to know where Sir Albus is because he's the one who checked that stuff in.
Unfortunately, Sir Albus isn't coming back.
Brent, who had your shield? The Spellguard shield.
Me.
You had
Albus.
both. Oh, you had the Spellguard shield and your other shield?
Yeah, that's why I left the bow. The Spellguard shield had a bulk of one. The bow had a bulk of one. Therefore, my bulk stayed the same by leaving the bow at town.
And who was carrying the chainmail +1?
Skurg.
Skurg was. Well, no, because Skurg would have been at bulk 9 then.
No, but I cast hit handfall on him.
That's right. Yep, that's right. Okay. So, okay. Wow. Well, that was a turn. So,
hey, and I actually almost said stay. So my vote actually probably would have stayed, and
it would have been. Yeah.
I can use my hero point to stay alive a bit longer.
It would have been if you want to roll out the combat, I would love to do that. It's just not tonight because we don't really have the time. Because that'll be a badass fucking fight.
All right.
But anyway.
Hey, so is he actually dead? What if Sir Albus rolls out his combat and survives by himself?
Yeah, no, this
that
is
would be heroic beyond measure.
This is the Barrowmaze. This is a unbelievably lethal dungeon, and unfortunately, not every foe can be defeated. And knowing when to fight and when to run away is perhaps an important skill.
I think I call shenanigans on that because we didn't actually get into the Barrowmaze, so really we shouldn't have been killed on the way to it. At least the threat should have been only inside the Barrowmaze.
I can tell you this. Just imagine how much more fun it's going to be when you guys get into the Barrowmaze.
I think we need to go back right away. Head out first light to try and retrieve Sir Albus and our shovels.
Okay. Shovel. Priorities here. There's a magic sword. There's a magic shield.
And 4 shovels.
There's a pit. I mean, he's got a bunch of coin on him too.
Oh.
Let's just tell people Sir Albus is sick and that he's gone to rest, because we don't want them going rushing out there on a nighttime paladin retrieval.
We parted ways, and he's gone off to the Iron Guard.
Yes, he's headed east.
Yeah. We've sent him to live with a really lovely family that has a farm on the outskirts of Helix. So, all right. Well, we'll leave things with you guys making your way into the Brazen Strumpet. The the day is still quite short, but I imagine you guys are going to indulge in a fair amount of day drinking. And we will see next Wednesday what the expedition to recover Sir Albus's body is, and we'll see who Brent brings to the table to replace Sir Albus. So, for those listening at home, thanks so much for joining us. What an eventful session! First player character death. That's really something. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section below. You can shoot me an email at dungeonmusings@gmail.com, or you can shoot me a tweet at dungeonmusings, all one word. Finally, so you'll note that in the description of the video, there is a link to the charity fundraising campaign that we're running on the channel called Heroes Save Villages. This is something where we have paired up with the SOS Children's Villages International campaign, or charity, a really terrific charity that provides advocacy and direct benefits for kids living in very, very difficult circumstances. You can learn all about SOS Children's Villages International by following that link, and you can see the rewards that we have available for making donations to the campaign as well. All money donated goes all to SOS Children's Villages International. And before I go, I will say a very big thank you to Jeff, who very kindly made a donation to the campaign last week. So, Jeff, thank you so much for that. That was very generous of you.
Yeah, you're welcome, Kev.
So, anyway, otherwise, I hope you guys have a great week, and we will see you again soon back in the Barrowmaze. See ya.